Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to JenHannagans. I know it's been a little while, but I promise you we're still around. We're still kicking. We're still doing the thing. Welcome if you are new to our channel. And if this is the first video that you've seen, normally I would have my bestie, my sidekick, my pal forever on this side of me. Hannah, she would be with me on most of our videos. We're together, but today it's just me. So if you're new here, then welcome. And we started this channel probably about 3 years ago. I don't know. And it was just mainly WW stuff, what I eat in a day, all kinds of things like that. When we started on our weight loss journeys, we were just focused on weight, and we were both in a really sickly place in our lives. And so since then, that journey has just developed into so many more things. We are focused on our mental health, our spiritual health, losing the weight. I've lost 80 pounds, still have some to lose. Hannah's lost 160 pounds, still has some to lose. So we are, but on that journey, other things have opened up because of that weight loss, and it has been awesome. So if you are interested in anything like that, health, wellness, lifestyle content, then please subscribe. We are happy to have you. Today, I was just thinking about a couple of things that have been in my routine that have really worked for me lately. And so I wanted to share those things with you. I have 5 things. You guys know, if you've been around for any amount of time at all, I love 5 blank. ... ABC 1, 2, 3. So I am going to share with you guys 5 things that have worked for me recently, just in my overall health and wellness. Some of these things are more physical, some of them are more mental. So I'm going to dive right in because I like short videos. So I'm only going to give you guys a short video. It's okay. Just stick around for a little bit. Okay, the first thing that I want to tell you guys about is inositol. And inositol, for me, whenever I was trying to get pregnant with my 3rd biological child, I was between the time that my 2nd child was born and my 3rd child was born was about 7 years. And we tried that entire time to get pregnant and we could not. And it was very, very dark, lonely, depressing time in my life because I knew that something was wrong with my body and we didn't know what that was. And so we just tried everything and it wasn't working. And so, I don't know where I heard about it, but inositol, it's part of the vitamin B family, I believe. It is natural. It is something that your body produces. But I started on inositol, and I don't know how many of you guys are PCOS people. I have PCOS, and I had some very strong symptoms back then, especially before I lost the weight. Inositol, when I started taking it, and this is not like a run out and get inositol and you'll get pregnant. It's just telling you my experience is I bought the powder. I bought Jarrow brand powder on Amazon, and within 3 months, I was pregnant after 7 years of trying. And I have several friends who have had the same experience, and they are now holding their babies because of that. So, and I don't know if it's something that's just not super research, but if you go and look at inositol on Amazon, you will see a lot of reviews that talk about that. I think it just helps level things out with your insulin, your cycle, all of that. So I took inositol, got pregnant, and it was great, and then I stopped. I didn't take it anymore, but I have been reading, and I was only taking a small amount, I think a 1/4 teaspoon a day. But I've been reading a lot about inositol again over this past year, and it is still very beneficial to insulin and all of those things. I have been diagnosed with gestational diabetes with both of my last 2 pregnancies. And then when I was about to leave the hospital with my last baby, she said, I think that you're going to end up being diabetic and I'd like to keep you on insulin. And that was so scary to me. So that's off topic, but that's why we started, really getting into losing the weight and getting healthier. So anyway, I still, if I consume sugar or if I consume too many carbohydrates, I still feel that change in my blood sugar. And so I am aware that diabetes diagnosis is still there. even though I don't really have most of the symptoms of that anymore. Thank you, Lord. But so anyway, I've been taking inositol again, and I had been reading a lot about it for sleep. And I also have been reading that the amount that's on the back of the bottle is really, really low compared to what your body could actually use. So I've been taking about 2 grams of inositol in the morning and then about 1 in the evening. And it has helped with my sleep so much. I am one that I am up every 2 hours, cannot get a consistent night's sleep. And that has been so helpful to me. So inositol has a ton of benefits. I think there's still a lot of research that's going into what all it does for your body. And if you guys have been around for a while, you know that I have been staying the same weight for literally the same weight for about the last 2 years. So in the last 3 or 4 months since I've been taking inositol, my weight has moved and I was able to lose 2 more pounds, which might not seem like a lot, but when you've been the same weight for 2 years, that 2 pounds makes a difference. So I am trying to stay in the habit of taking that at least in the morning time, but most in the evening. So it'd be worth a shot for a lot of different reasons. Just consider it, especially if you have issues with insulin. Just look it up, do your own research. Anyway, the second thing is I have been staying within 1,700 calories, and I have been tracking points as well. We're not on WW anymore. We're on the Healthi app. And we're on Better Balance Plan, and I do track my points. And point tracking has been great for me because it definitely helped me to learn to eat more of those lower calorie, low point foods, and then also have high protein. So because of that, I've been able to, I'm kind of wanting to see where I was with my calories. I don't believe in being hungry. I'm not going to starve myself to lose weight. I will look like this and be this size for as long as I have to be. It doesn't matter. My body is healthy right now. My A1C is good. I am happy with where I'm at. So 1,700 calories, as active as I am, I feel like it's enough to fill me up. It's enough to keep me feeling like I can go. And I also do go a lot. I'm really busy. So that's the other thing that I've been doing recently is 1,700 calories and just not letting myself get hungry. And just it is what it is. I'm not going to starve myself. So I also am of the belief that most of us, when we're trying to lose weight, we are all eating too low of calories, which causes our bodies to go into a maintenance level that's too low, and then it just messes everything up. So that's where I'm at with that. The third thing is I have been walking every morning, which if you've been around for a while, you know that walking is a big thing in what we've been doing. And I will tell you guys this, the first time that Hannah and I went walking, I had just had a C-section 3 days beforehand, and Hannah was much larger, and so we were both struggling. We got down the road, not even a quarter of a mile, and we turned around and came back. Now, granted, I probably shouldn't have been walking that soon after a C-section, but and now to see us just go miles and miles, it really is amazing. But having that walk in the morning, not only does it clear my mind, which I have really learned is just as important for what's happening in my body, but it gets me going in the day, gets my blood flowing, gets me ready to be productive. I just think more clearly, and having it already done, not that it's a chore for me to walk, I love it, but sometimes as the day goes on, it's harder to find time to do those things. So for me, getting it done in the morning is absolutely an essential thing for me. So I would say if it's hard for you, if your day is jam-packed like mine is, then, try to shoot for that thing in the morning that you need to get done. And then it's done, that you're going to feel better because of it. And then just make that a habit. Just get up and do it. Okay, number 4, this school year, especially, we started with this from 8 in the morning until noon. We have no phone or screen time. Now, duh, right? Because I'm a homeschool mom. So that was not just for my children, though. During the summer, my kids got into the habit of just waking up and automatically watching TV. Okay, not the best habit, but it's fine. But as the school year started, I'm like, if they watch TV, I've got little ones. So I've got 2 kindergartners and a preschooler. So school for them is kind of it's kind of like an hour-long thing. It's not really that big of a deal. not too difficult. But I know that if I let them watch TV in the morning, then that is going to let everything go downhill. No one's going to want to do anything. Everyone's going to want to stay on TV, obviously. But for myself, I will get caught up with, and it's not even necessarily scrolling, even though sometimes that can be the case, but it could be me watching videos. It could be me working on a new fitness class. It could be doing research. There's all kinds of things that will get me in on my phone or on my computer that I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like 10 o'clock and I haven't got started yet. So that 8 to 12 time where we're not doing any screens at all. And so my older kids will sometimes get done with their school like 11:30 and they would expect to get on screens. I'm like, nope, we have a 12 o'clock rule. So even if we're done with school, we don't get on. I'm like, what else can I do before that 12 o'clock? And then once 12 o'clock hits, we eat lunch and I allow the kids to get some time on iPads as our afternoon quiet time. But it has worked out really well because also, if I pick up my phone at all, so let's say I get my kids started with school, if I pick up my phone at all, they're gone. Like if they know that I'm not paying attention and I'm not focused on what they're doing, they are gone. They're not going to pay any more attention to what's going on. So it is much better for our family that we stick to that 8 to noon, no screen rule. And then we normally will have like screens off and on from like 1 to 4. Like they'll get off and play and go outside and come back in and maybe get on the iPad. And then after 4, we try not to have any more iPads. We might turn the TV on, but unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Screens are part of our life. Like it's just, whatever, it's 2023. But, I still think that it's really good to have some kind of limits, and it's good for your brain too. Like I can just tune into what's actually going on around me without being distracted by what's on my phone, whether that be a good thing or a bad thing that's on my phone. Like it could be scrolling, or it could be research, or it could even be Bible study, or it could be preparing for a class, whatever it is. That gets me into the 5th one and last is intentional gratitude. And that's not just like, I don't know, I've noticed myself, especially with the 8 to noon, no phone time, I've noticed myself tuning into what's going on around me more often. And I have trained my brain to think, what can I be thankful for in this moment? But more than that, even, I think, what am I going to look back on in this very moment and think, wow, that was a really good day, or those were really good times. I am well aware that I know that I'm living in the time. I have children from 4 years old all the way up to 16. I know that I'm living in the time of the good old days. Like I understand that and I appreciate that. And so I want to look around. I'm like, what is the thing in 10 years from now that I'm going to maybe miss, or maybe wish I would have paid more attention to? And I'm training my brain every day to be intentional about those things. Yes, baby. Speaking of, you go right ahead, sister girl. Come on in. And so that being said, that's Hazelyn. Say hello. She's the cutest. So if I am constantly going, or not being appreciative, or just being irritated, like those things are going to pass me by. And I do realize that. So I am trying to just focus in on them and just be like, what is the thing I'm going to miss about this moment? What is the thing I'm going to look back on and wish that I would have paid more attention to? So, and it is a work in progress. Like you really do have to make yourself think of that thing. Even if you have to like set some notes around your house, or stick a note inside of your school books if you're a homeschool mom, or whatever it may be. But anyway, those are some things that are working for me and that I wanted to share with you that may be a little different than, what you're doing, or maybe you're looking for something else that would be helpful for your days. So that is all. If you like this video, then please like this video. Hannah and I have goals for this channel that we would love to accomplish, and you guys will help us to do that. Please comment if there's anything that came to your mind as you were watching this video. Please comment and share and subscribe. And you guys are going to see some awesome stuff over the next couple weeks. We're about to go on vacation. Hannah, myself, and my mom. So you're going to see that. You're going to hold us accountable to what we eat while we're there. And it's going to be an awesome time. So we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.